Yeah, I did have an injury once that it did affect my performance. I was playing saxophone in the street, and but I was rummaging around on a rubbish dump, and I tripped over and cut my finger here. This one here, it's still a bit kind of bulging, you can see, but it cut it on a bit of old rusty metal. Really difficult to bend it like this. It was cut, and it didn't heal up for a long time. And as you know, like when you're playing the saxophone, you use all of your fingers like that. And so I'd calculate that it could be that I'm 1 in 10 down on my performance, like a 10% reduction on performance. Although the thumbs don't actually get really used very much, so it's more of a 1 in 8 performance, what you call it, down. It was particularly bad when they had asked me to play. I'd be playing the saxophone in the street. They'd asked me to play that Pink Panther song, and of course the notes up when you get up to the top of that note, you just couldn't get that note, and which really was actually a lot worse than 12% reduction in performance. In fact, often it would be about 98% reduction in performance, and the people would just walk away. They wouldn't give me any money after that. Like the Pink Panther without that note, it just doesn't work. And you see, because like if you imagine, like when you're playing the saxophone, I had this bandage on like this, and but it didn't really, because we're creative people, we often sort of get around these kind of problems. Problem solving is kind of our creative thing. So I wouldn't say that I really missed out on any performances, but it did affect it very much, limiting the notes and things like that. But working within that limited palette, it was still possible to make the appointments, turn up on the street on the right time at around about 11 o'clock, play for 3 hours before the siesta, because they'd often throw a bucket of water over you in the siesta if you're playing outside their house and they're trying to have a sleep and stuff. So I guess it didn't really change anything too much, just because of the way we get around stuff like that. If you're a sports person or something, you might have had to have missed a game, but when you do have to turn up and you need those coins coming in, you can't really miss out like that. I guess one of the inner resources that I drew upon was that I actually hated playing that Pink Panther song. They'd always be asking for it, and so that actually gave me quite a bit of strength. I realised that I could actually get by without playing that stupid song, and which was a great relief. Yeah, I guess at the time, as I was saying, I was travelling in Spain, so I didn't really have much of a support network. But a few of the people in the street, they'd say, "Oh, you should go to that A&E, to the hospital, and they'll sort it out." And by then, it had all gone pussy. It wasn't really healing up because of this injury, and so I did go down to the hospital in the end and queued up, and the people were very, really friendly, even with my broken Spanish and stuff, and so that was really good. They were very supportive. They gave me all the medicines and things I needed.